Hey everyone, my name is Liam Dew, and today I'll be presenting my detailed security assessment for the network and service infrastructure of our Linux and Windows hosts. This will focus on my findings from the Greenbone scan, what these findings mean, and how we'll move forward to improve our overall security posture. My assessment will focus on two critical hosts, 192.168.5.113, a Linux system, and 192.168.5.114, the Windows system. The aim was to uncover any vulnerabilities, assess the severity of these vulnerabilities, and recommend strategic improvements with my research and what I've learned this semester to enhance our security posture. Both systems displayed great security practices, notably with firewalls being active on both, with additional AppArmor security on Linux. However, significant vulnerabilities were uncovered, especially in SSL and TLS configurations on the Linux host, affecting key services like HTTPS and SMTPS. For the Windows host, my primary concern is the outdated SSL and TLS protocols in IIS. A glaring issue is also the absence of SMTPS, which leaves email communications vulnerable. SMTPS adds a layer of security to the email transmission process, encrypting the data to protect sensitive information and credentials. The lack of this layer means that emails are transmitted in plain text over the network, making them susceptible to interception and eavesdropping by unauthorized parties. DNS services on this host also require attention due to the potential spoofing threats. DNS services are inherently exposed due to their role in network routing and potential as targets for DNS spoofing, cache poisoning, and amplification attacks. The most significant issue we found was in the SSL and TLS configurations. These protocols are vital for securing communication over the network, and we discovered that my configurations are using outdated and less secure cipher suites. This vulnerability leaves us open to various types of cryptographic attacks, like Suite 32, which specifically targets 64-bit block ciphers. It's crucial that we address this to prevent potential data breaches and ensure the confidentiality and integrity of our communication. On a positive note, our SSH service, which is used for secure remote operations, is fundamentally secure. However, it is operating with default settings that could be made better. There is a potential susceptibility to brute force attacks. Attackers could potentially exploit these defaults to gain unauthorized access, making it really important that we strengthen our SSH configurations and switch to key-based authentications rather than relying solely on passwords. These vulnerabilities pose a significant risk. Immediate action is required, especially in the realm of SSL and TLS configurations and email services on the Windows hosts. There are critical gaps that expose anyone using these services to substantial risk, including potential data breaches and the compromising of sensitive information. This situation calls for a critical upgrade in our security measures. My primary recommendation is to overhaul the SSL and TLS configurations on both Linux and Windows hosts. This involves updating to more secure and modern cipher suites, eliminating the use of outdated protocols like SSL 3.0 and TLS 1.0, and ensuring that all communications are encrypted. For the Windows system, it's crucial to implement and configure SMTPS for secure email communications. This is essential to secure email communications, ensuring that sensitive information and credentials are not transmitted in plain text, making the risk of interception much less likely. For the Linux hosts, we advise improving SSH configurations to protect against advanced threats like brute force and man-in-the-middle attacks. This could be achieved by disabling weaker and outdated ciphers, enforcing key-based authentication, and possibly implementing additional measures like two-factor authentication for increased security. For both hosts, I recommend refining firewall configurations to limit access to essential services and known IP addresses. For the Linux host, there's also a need to generate and enforce better app owner profiles, especially for the critical services like SSH and database servers. This would add an additional layer of security and limit the potential for privileged escalation attacks. A continuous and proactive approach to security is essential. This includes regular updates and patches for all services, strict monitoring of service configurations, and frequent vulnerability scanning to detect and address new threats. Regular security audits are also crucial to ensure that these measures remain effective and adapt to evolving security needs. By implementing these recommendations, I anticipate a significant reduction in the risk of security breaches and improved compliance with data protection regulations. This proactive stance will safeguard sensitive data and enhance the reliability of our system. Maintaining security is an ongoing task. It takes a commitment to regular updates and patches, strict monitoring of service configurations, and frequent vulnerability scanning. Regular audits will ensure that these measures remain effective and adapt to new threats, as well as fostering a culture of security awareness across your own organization. That can be a great way to make improvements across the board, no matter how big or small your business may be. This involves regular training sessions, promoting best security practices, and ensuring that all staff members are aware of their role in maintaining a secure network environment. In conclusion, the security of my network and infrastructure is something I was really happy to work on this semester. The steps that we took today will not only address the current vulnerabilities, but also set a foundation for a great security environment. Working on this project was a lot of fun, and it really was an amazing learning experience. So thank you all for listening, and I hope you have a great day.